Are you a South African musician trying to figure out when SAMRO will pay you your royalties? Welcome to this episode where I plan on demystifying just that. Cue the intro. What's up, it's your boy Scale from ScaleMusicSA.com and welcome to my channel where I share information with my fellow South African musicians to help them improve on their music business. If this sounds interesting to you, please do consider subscribing as I do have other videos I think you'll find informative. In this episode, I plan on showing you exactly when to expect royalties from SAMRO from the royalties that you've collected within the previous years. So basically when SAMRO pays you, they pay you for a year and a half to 2 years before. So everything that you make this year, you'll only get those royalties next year. Secondly, you also have to be a SAMRO member to start collecting those royalties. So if you're not, please do register with SAMRO. If you have works that are playing throughout the world, such as the US or Germany, for example, then registering with SAMRO will also help you get the royalties from that country. So I highly suggest that you register with SAMRO if you're a South African musician. Third thing, you have to break the threshold of royalties. So you have to have at least collected 100 rands worth of royalties within the last 3 years in order to become a level up from a prospective member with SAMRO. So SAMRO pays you out in approximately quarters, and this is basically given by the distribution schedule. I'm gonna head over to my PC and show you exactly how to find the distribution schedule and when to expect the royalties from SAMRO.
What's up? So the very first thing you're going to do is head over to the SAMRO website, samro.org.za, COVID notice. So just close the COVID notice. And then when you're in here, right at the top where it says schedule, you click on there to find the royalty distribution schedule. When you're in there, there it is, royalty distribution schedule, and then the distribution schedules for the financial year 2021. So that is any royalties received between there, I'm assuming, we'll see, probably the whole of this year and a bit of next year. But anyway, from the left, distribution type. Financial distribution type is basically the way the royalty was generated. Financial year is when you'll be getting these royalties, or the year the royalties were made or generated. Type is secondary or primary. Data submission cutoff is basically when music users send their information to SAMRO about the royalties that were generated, but you can also be submitting data if you are able to collect it, but it's up to you. Payments to rights holders, that's when you should be expecting the money to come in. So give or take like 5 working days because of banks. So let's do an example on the left hand side where it says distribution type. Let's look for radio sequence number 1. Here you see here. So radio sequence number 1 for the financial year 2021, kind of irrelevant for now, but basically all the music that was generated within this year and a little bit of last year actually, but for all the royalties generated for this 2020. And then the type is primary or secondary. Basically primary is the major, you should be expecting major amount of money. Secondary is basically any monies that might have not met the data submission, so primary. And then data submission. So if you've been, especially when it comes to radio, if you've been tracking your radio plays, I suggest that like a month before the 2nd of December, so 2nd of November, you send SAMRO a notification telling them that you have been generating royalties and want to make sure they got all the information. But you also double check once you get your statement to see if they match up. And then you should be expecting a royalty payout from the 15th of February on the Tuesday, give or take 5 days or so because of your bank. But if you've been tracking your plays, you know roughly on the 15th of February, that's when you should be receiving money. It's very simple to understand. It's just you want to know when you're going to be getting money and how you can kind of plan based on what you've been tracking, plan on how you'll be marketing, or plan on how you'll be using the money, or investments, whatever. Depends. Or maybe if you want to be subscribing to something, you want to be subscribing very close to when that fee will be generated in terms of royalties. Another interesting one is live sequencing. So from all the live performances, so if you're a live performer, I generally try get this one. 2020 is going to be a very interesting year actually in terms of that one. But yeah, that basically concludes this video. I highly suggest you download the PDF just to have it close by.
That concludes this video where I show you exactly how to get the distribution schedule from SAMRO. I hope you found this video informative, and if you did, please hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, as I do have other videos I think you'll find informative. Hit the bell as it helps you know exactly when I release a video. I also have a WhatsApp group where I share weekly these videos and other relevant information for my fellow South African musicians. So please head over to the WhatsApp group. The link is in the bio below. But that concludes this video, and until next time, Skilligan the Hooligan